Hi everyone, and welcome to period 4 of the Monday Night Football game of the week. We're in the Kingdom in Seattle, Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks, and as you can see the Rams have a big lead as we start this fourth period, 34-14, but Seattle had the ball first and goal at the Rams 7, and because of the big gap we already are in these special situations, so column A is being used by Seattle. So here we go with the start of the third period. Quarterback is David Craig for Seattle, and so he's going to try a long pass which will be moved to a short pass because we're inside the 10. So it's a short pass and he's looking for Dan Ross, and it is a man-to-man defense. So +1, let's see what happens with the pass. 6-1 is going to be a quarterback scramble, so pressure from the defense and Craig runs, gets 3 yards. But is there an offensive penalty? It's 4. Yes there is. 65 on a run play is going to be a dead ball personal foul, so they're going to get the 3 yards. And then they're going to push it back 15, not what Seattle wanted. And it will be third down and goal at the 19. Third and goal at the 19, and they're going to go medium. And he's looking to complete to Steve Largent, medium against an outside blitz, which will give no difference. 21 is going to be the defender of a medium pass. Is the left cornerback, who is Leroy Irvin. On a medium pass is a 4. It's a 6, so it's going to be completed, and he's going to get 17 yards down to the 2. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Fourth and goal from the 2, so they're going to go for it. So the short defense is on, and they're going to sweep left to Kurt Warner, and it's a sweep left against a pass defense, expecting a quick pass coming in. So sweep left against a pass is going to be a -1, and so right inside linebacker is not on the field. The right outside linebacker, Mel Owens, is a 5, so it becomes a 4. Good defense. 2-2 is not going to get anywhere. Is there a defensive penalty? 4 or less? There is. 21 on the defense is offside, so they're going to take it half the distance to the goal, and it's going to be 4th and 1. Going to go for it again. I'm going to go inside left. This time they're going to give it to Kurt Warner on the inside, and it is going to be against an inside left. So inside left against an inside left, that's going to be a +2 to the defense. So right inside linebacker is not on the field. Right defensive tackle is, and he'll become a 5. And so good defense. 1-6 is going to get him 1 yard and a touchdown. Is there going to be a penalty? 4 or less and there's a penalty, and there is a penalty, so that's going to be negated. Offensive holding, so they're going to push them back 10 yards, and Seattle had the chance. They're going to bring on the field goal unit. And so David Finzer has a 28-yard field goal attempt. 2-4 is 32, so the kick is good. And 13:30 left in the game. Seattle moved to 34-17 behind. Seattle lined up to kick off, and it's Norm Johnson. Kick is off. 6-3-4. It's a 57-yard, good coverage. And the return is going to be Ron Brown with a 22, and they'll get a 19-yard return. And so the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27, 3:20 left in the game, leading by 17. And so we're still using the special plays, and they will be using column D on the cards. So here we go, inside right, handing it off to Eric Dickerson against a sweep right. That's a +1 for the defense. Inside right is the free safety. Who is John Harris. He'll become a 3. And the left inside linebacker, Fred Young, who's a 5, will be a 6, so it'll be good defense. 62, going to get 2 yards. And another 40 seconds off the clock. 2nd and 8. From their own 29, 2nd and 8. And they're going to go sweeping right again, and they'll hand this one off to Mike Gooman. And it's an inside left against a sweep right. So it's a -2 off the defense on a sweep right, free safety. John Harris becomes a 0, left cornerback. Dave Brown becomes a -1, so good offense this time. 6-2. Going to get 7 yards. Third and 1 from the Rams 36, and the short defense comes on. So they're going to go inside left to Eric Dickerson. He's going to run up the middle, and it is against a man-to-man defense. Total wrong defense. -1 inside left. Right defensive tackle is Randy Edwards, who becomes a 2. Right inside linebacker is not on the field, so a 2. Good offense against 4-3. He's going to get 6 yards and a 1st down. And the Los Angeles Rams push the ball out to their own 42-yard line with 11 minutes remaining in this game. The Rams 1st and 10 at their own 42. And Dieter Brock is looking to pass. And he's looking to Ron Brown. And it is... Sorry, no, it's going to sweep it right, actually. He's going to change the call. He's going to sweep right to Eric Dickerson against a run defense. That's a +1. So sweep right, left defensive tackle is not on the field. Left inside linebacker Fred Young becomes a 6. So good defense, 1-3. He's going to lose a yard. Is there a penalty on the defense? There is not. So we're down to 10 minutes 20 in the game. 2nd and 10 from the Rams 41-yard line. 2nd and 10. Sweep in left and handing it off to Eric Dickerson. And it is against an inside blitz. So a -1 on the defense here. Sweep left, right cornerback is a 1, becomes a 0. So good offense again. 2-6 is going to get them. He's going to break through the line. Dickerson breaks through the line, 22, and his break is a 5. So he's going to get 24 yards and a 1st down. And he's into Seattle territory. 9 minutes 40 remaining in this game. 1st and 10 to the Rams at the Seattle 34-yard line. And they're going to keep it on the ground. He's going to sweep it right, hand the ball off to Barry Redden against a run defense. That's going to be a +1 to the defense. running back on a starter is the highest running back, and they're going to be a 2, so that becomes a 1. So good defense this time. 3-2 is going to get nowhere, no yards gained, and we're down to 9 minutes and 10 seconds. 2nd and 10. Los Angeles on the Seattle 34-yard line. Keeping it on the ground, he's going to go inside left, and he's going to hand this off to Mike Gooman against a prevent defense. So -1. Inside left, right, inside linebacker is Bruce Schultz. He becomes a 2. Middle linebacker isn't on the field, so we're looking at 2. Good defense. 3-2 is going to get a yard, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 33 of Seattle, and we're under 9 minutes now. So we're now using D all the time, even on 3rd downs. Running on the ground, sweep left, handing it off to Charles White, and it's an inside left defense. So that's going to be a +1. Right inside linebacker, Schultz becomes a 4. Outside linebacker is also a 4. So good defense, 3-5. He's going to lose 3 yards as we move to 3rd down and 12. 3rd and 12 from the 36. Keeping it on the ground, handing it out to Barry Redden, who'll sweep to the right against a sweep right defense. That's a +2 to the defense. Nickelback Eugene Robinson becomes a 3. Good defense. 3-6 is not going to get any yards, but 40 seconds more will come off the clock. We're down to 7 minutes and 10, and we are 4th and 12 from the 36. So that's a 46, 53-yard field goal. Mike Lansford, I think they're going to punt. They're going to bring the punters out and just trying to put it in the corner. .635. He's going to put it right down at the 1-yard line of Seattle, and it bounces out. So we're down to 7 minutes, and Seattle will take over 1st and 10 at their own 1, trailing by 17. So here we go with 7 minutes remaining, trailing by 17. They will be using column C. So they're going long. It says King there, but it should be an L. I'll just change that. That should be an L. King. So they're going to go for a long pass out to Steve Largent. Long pass against an outside blitz. There's no difference. Result of the pass, 6-4, is a pass rush. Right guard adds one to it. Left defensive tackle isn't on the field. So who's got a pass rush? Nobody. So it's not going to be a good pass rush. He's going to look for a receiver, and he's going to look for a quick pass out to David Hughes, and he will be successful. And David Hughes will gain 8 yards. So 2nd and 2 from their own 9. 2nd and 2 is going into the air again, medium pass, and he's looking for Dan Ross, medium pass against a pass defence. +1s all round. Let's see what the pass does. 5-4. Another pass rush. Right defensive tackle is a +1. Left defensive end, so that'll be 2. So pass rush is a 6, so it's a good pass rush. And 54 will be a sack, and the sack will be by Gary Jeter. We're on a medium pass, so the distance on a sack is 7 + 8, which is 15 yards, and so he's going to be inside his own end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So a safety scored by Los Angeles Rams with just 6 minutes and 10 remaining. So Seattle will kick the ball away from their own 20 after that safety. 4-6-4. So 67-yard, poor coverage though. So the kick goes all the way down to the 13 of the Los Angeles Rams. And the return will be Ron Brown. 4-2. He's going to get 30 yards, so he'll take it back to the 43 of the Rams, and it'll be 1st and 10 to the Rams from their own 43. Down to the final 6 minutes of this game. And the Rams actually won this game in real life. So even though they're 0-2 at the moment and Seattle are 2-0, first down, and we have got 6 minutes remaining, and they are now 19 in front. So they're still using box C. Sorry, box D. They're going to sweep right to keep the ball on the ground to David Hughes. And he's against an inside right, so a +1 sweep right is the right end on the starters, who is the first tight end, which is Charlie Young. He's a block of 4, becomes a block of 3. So good offense, good defense, 1-5, he'll get 1 yard, and then he'll fumble. Fumble rating is a 3 + a 1 is 4, so the fumble does not occur. And another 40 seconds comes off the clock. 2nd down and 9 from their own 44, but the clock running is what they need. Sweeping left, handing the ball off to Kurt Warner. We've got an inside blitz defense, so they're going to lose one on a sweep left, right outside linebacker. Mel Owens becomes a 4. Inside linebacker is also a 4, so offense come out on top of that. 3-1, gets them 3 yards. But more importantly, the clock continues to run. 3rd and 6 from their own 47. And they continue to keep it on the ground, inside right to Randall Morris against an inside right defense, so a +2 for the defense here. Left defensive end -2, so your left defensive end +2, so he's a 6, so it's poor offense. 6-4. He's not going to get any yards, but another 40 seconds comes off the clock, and we're down to 4 minutes. 4th and 5, they're going to punt the ball away. So on comes David Finzer. 1-3-1, so it's a touchback. Ball sails into the end zone. Whistle goes, and a touchback. Down to 3:50. So David Craig brings out the Seattle offense one more time. We are down to 3 minutes 50 and we trail by 17, so we're using column C, box C, and Craig calls they're going to go long, looking for Steve Largent, and it's a long against a man-to-man. See the result of the pass. 5-6 is going to be a pass rush. Left guard is Edwin Bailey and he's a 0. Right defensive tackle is not on the field and they don't have anybody, so he's going to look for an alternative receiver, and it's going to be a 45 medium pass who is going to be Darryl Turner, and he will complete 5-3. He's going to make 16 yards and a first down. But time is really against them now. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Medium pass out to Charlie Young. Charlie Young, medium pass against a zone defense. +1 for the defense there. Let's see the pass. 5-6 is going to be a pass rush, so a +1 right tackle, +2 right outside linebacker. It's going to be a successful pass rush. And it is going to result in a sack, and that sack will be by Gary Jeter again. And this time on a medium pass they will lose 10 yards. So 2nd and 20. Another 40 seconds off the clock and we are now under 3 minutes. Long pass and he's looking for Steve Largent, and it's against a pass defense. 5-3 is another pass rush. This time the centre, so it's a +1 to the middle linebacker. Pass rush of 2, and it is a successful pass rush on a long pass. 14 yards. And the 2-minute warning comes up, and Seattle are 3rd and 34 on their own 9-yard line. So it's got to be long. And he's looking to get that long to Darryl Turner. And it's a long against an outside blitz. So no change. Let's see what the pass brings us. Defender. On a long pass is the free safety. He's a 3, so it's going to be complete. 21. It's going to give him 29 yards. 3, 10, 20, 28, 29 yards. It's still going to be short. 1 minute 20 remaining in the game. And Seattle are 4th and 5. And they're going to go long, looking for Byron Franklin, and it is against a pass defense. 1-5 on a long is another pass rush. Right tackle gives them a +2 left defensive end. So it's going to be a successful pass rush. 42 is going to be a sack, and this sack is going to be by Mike Wilcher. And it's going to be a 9-yard sack. And they'll turn the ball over and give the ball to the Los Angeles Rams, and they obviously will keep the ball on the ground. So they're going to go, actually they're going to go for a quick pass. Surprise us all. So Dieter Brock looks for a quick pass out to Eric Dickerson against an inside run defence, no change. 1-1 on a quick pass is going to be the defence. Right inside linebacker, he's a 1 and it's a 5, so it's going to be complete. And he'll get 12 yards and a first down. And they're going to call a timeout, so Los Angeles call a timeout. 1 minute remaining, 2 timeouts left. Are they looking for another score? They're going to sweep it right and hand it off to Eric Dickerson. And they're going to be against a sweep left key defence. So -1, sweep right, left defensive end becomes a 3. Outbacker, linebacker becomes a 4. So good defence, 6-1. He's going to get 2 yards though. And again, a timeout called by the Rams. 2nd and 8 from the Seattle 18. And they're sweeping right, handing it off to Dickerson against a sweep right defence. They've got it right this time. So it's the right tackle, -2, so he becomes a 1. Good defence, 3-4. He's going to get him 1 yard. But then he fumbled. Does he fumble? He doesn't fumble. It's a 3 and it's a 4, so there's no fumble. But is there an offensive penalty? No, there isn't. And the final timeout is taken by... In fact, no, they're not going to take it out. They're going to take it down to 10 seconds and bring the kicker on to kick a field goal. So Mike Lansford is looking at a 34-yard field goal. The kick is up. And it is good. So time is going to expire with the field goal to give the Rams a 39-17 victory. So there we have it, the final result. Los Angeles Rams 39, Seattle Seahawks 17. Seattle losing their unbeaten record. And the Rams getting their first win of the season here in week 3. Hope you've enjoyed the game. We'll be back with the week 3 report shortly. So please join us for that. So the roundup of week 3 of the 1985 NFL replay. Chicago Bears 30, Minnesota Vikings 0. So Chicago remain unbeaten at 3-0. Denver 41, Atlanta Falcons 6. So Denver again stay at 3-0. The New England Patriots 24, Buffalo Bills 26. So the Bills get their first win of the season. San Diego Chargers 44, Cincinnati Bengals 45, a really close match, but the Bengals come out on top with home advantage and go 2-1. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27, New Orleans Saints 10, so the Buccaneers get off the mark for the season. St. Louis Cardinals 17, New York Giants 24, again the Giants pick up their first win. Houston Oilers 14, Pittsburgh 27, so Pittsburgh remain unbeaten but Houston remain without a win. Philadelphia Eagles 31, Washington Redskins 7, so Washington lose their first game but Philadelphia continue in the big match in the NFC East. Cleveland Browns 14, Dallas 21, so Dallas get their first win. Detroit Lions 42, Indianapolis Colts 14, the Colts still without a win. New York Jets 20, Green Bay Packers 0, and the Packers also without a win throughout the season. Kansas City Chiefs 21, Miami Dolphins 51. Miami routing the Chiefs and staying unbeaten. And San Francisco 49ers keep their unbeaten record with a 27-10 win over what were, 27-0 win over what were the unbeaten Los Angeles Raiders. And then, as you've seen today, the Rams getting off the mark for the season with a 39-17 victory, handing Seattle their first defeat of the fledgling season. In the AFC, Miami lead the East, Pittsburgh lead the Central, and Denver lead the West, all unbeaten. And in the NFC, Philadelphia lead the East, the Bears lead the Central, and the 49ers lead the West, again all unbeaten. So that's the roundup of week 3, and we'll be back with our next NFL game, which will be week 4. And just looking at the schedule, I can tell you that week 4 the game will be the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we'll be seeing Pittsburgh for the second time this season. So hope you've enjoyed this, and leave a comment, let me know, thumbs up or thumbs down, yada yada yada, and we'll see you at the next game.